everybody, it's Patty here, the Alaskan Cross Stitcher. Today is August the 7th, 2023, and this is episode 231. On today's show, I have whips, I have knitting, spinning, and haul. So sit back and relax, grab your beverage of choice. I have water today, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So, how was everybody's week? Mine was okay, except for all of the smoke. We have been blanketed with smoke here in the interior from fires from Canada, fires that are in Alaska, and fires that are really not that far from where in the state where I'm at. Has been some red flag warnings where people were told to evacuate here on the outskirts of town. I live in town, so I'm really hoping it doesn't get here. And it is away, I believe it's away from my sons that live out of town. So far, so good. Fingers crossed that they are able to contain it at some point. There have been some really scary pictures coming out of Delta, which is 200 miles away from us, with just orange skies. So it's kind of creepy. Let's see. Monday, I had a long time family friend. She was one of the first kids that I met when my mom and I moved up here. Call and contact me and say she was in town and wanted to see my mom. So I said, sure, whatever. And I took her over there. And I stayed with them. It was her and her husband and I visiting my mom. We visited for like a half an hour or so. And I decided I wasn't going to go on Wednesday because they're having COVID running through the facility again. And I haven't gotten it. Knock on wood. So I'd rather stay away as much as possible. I will be talking to her today to see what's going on. But she didn't have it. Her wing didn't have it. But the one wing did have it. And that door was closed. And the wing to my mother's area was closed. So I just decided I would not go Wednesday. We didn't have knitting on Friday. Nobody could join. We had the fair going on last week. We had people out of town. So yeah, hopefully this Friday though, the fair is done. They didn't have fireworks because there's a burn ban. So yeah, hopefully everything has calmed back down. We've had people come back into town. So hopefully we can have a knit group. It'll be fun. Sunday, the littlest came. The littlest man was not having a good day. So he did not stay very long. I called because he cried wanting his mommy. So he's never done that before. And I decided that was probably a good idea to call her. And they were still in town. They had been shopping. So they were getting lumber. And they just came back and picked them both up. The little man thought he was going to be staying. I'm like, no, you're going to have to go home too. I'm sorry, buddy. He was kind of sad about it, but he was also happy to see his mom and dad too. So, once his littlest man's parents got here, he was fine. He was happy. He just missed his mommy. He stood at the window. I missed you, mommy. I missed you. So, yeah. It was a good thing that I contacted them. So, and here in the craft room, crazy segue here, I spent a lot of evenings last week working on getting all of my bobbinated floss on floss drops. I still have some to go. I did not realize how much floss I had. I do not need any floss ever again. Unless it's a color that is used all the time. But yeah, my wall of floss is incredibly crazy and I'm kind of embarrassed about it. So yeah, maybe one of these days I'll let you guys see my wall of floss. It's ridiculous. But I have learned my lesson not to continually kit things up and buy floss for that kit. because I've done that with every kit I've ever owned. I've always automatically, you know, kitted projects, I've kitted them up. And yeah, you end up getting so much floss. And it seems like all the designers use a core amount, you know, the core numbers. So you've got 10, 15, 20, and a lot of times they don't use the whole amount of the 8 yards. So yeah, I have a lot of floss, and it's really ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. So anyway, that's what I've been working on. Yeah, I think that's enough for the blathering. Should we go on with the stitching? I think so. Okay, this is Arbitrary August, and I decided to start working on some of these with getting the borders done. So I pulled out Hello Halloween. Oh, this is from the book Hello Halloween. And this one is the Halloween Sampler, and it's by Teresa Kogan. And this border I'm having a problem with, but I did complete it, and once I start working on it, I'll figure out where my problem is, because I even tried to look for the problem, and I didn't know where it was at. So this is 32 count Heritage by Picture This Plus. And somewhere there's a problem, but like I said, I will figure that out later. But I did do the whole border, and I'm really hoping that it's an easy fix. So that is it. Hope you guys can see. Yep, the whole border, the line border is done. So the next time I work on it, it's got that's kind of like a band sampler almost. So I'll start filling in the border of the band, and then I can figure out where I'm at from there. Okay. Put that back in. Zip it back up, sorry. Okay, then I also worked on the Romantic Rose Garden Sampler, or Mandala, I'm sorry, by Chatelaine. I have Sampler September on the brain. And this is being worked on 32 count white, which came with the border of from European Cross Stitch. I'm sorry, it just kind of left my head here. So I got all of the floss and fabric from European Cross Stitch. Except for the DMC, of course. I purchased the DMC myself. And this border matched up perfectly. I was so happy. I have no issues with the inner or outer border. So that's done. Very happy with that. Okay. And then I went and remembered that I had a massive border on And They Sinned. And They Sinned was one I wasn't going to work on this year, but I went ahead and pulled it out anyway. So hopefully, there we go. You guys can see that. Take my notes down. So there is And They Sinned. And this is being stitched on 36 count Winter Moon by, it's right here. It doesn't say. It says Edinburgh Linen 36 count Winter Moon, 1 yard yarn tree. So I have no idea. Come on, here we go. So let me see, I'll show you. This is so I already had this side done and across, so I just went ahead and just started working down. And there is 20 of the leaves will finish the first page. So I figured I would do 20 and then move over and do 20 on the other side, and then keep moving around on this. Okay. And then, of course, I worked on Christmas House, charted by Artisy, art by Steve Crisp, on 25 count white gray Lugana. I didn't work on this last night at all. I spent the rest of last night getting all of my floss that I had in floss boxes onto Flosstubes. So I don't need any more floss boxes, but I still have baggies of floss that I need to take off the bobbins, or they're whole ones that haven't been bobbinated at all. So but those I'm going to leave until the very last if I ever need to do them. So that's how that's going to work. But anyway, here we go. I'm working on the 20th page. And I am 72 or 3% done, I think. It might even be farther than that. I don't remember. But look, got all the reindeers done. So that's very exciting. And I will be working on this week, since I'm not going to be unbobbinating things. Because I am done with that for a while. That's a lot of work. Let me tell you. That's a lot of work. So that is all of the stitching I've done in the last week. I'll go ahead and throw plans in here. I am going to work on, and they send, at least try to get that 20 leaves done this week. I'm hoping that'll I'm at 9 right now, so I'm hoping it won't take me too much, maybe Monday and Tuesday. I may go through all of my projects and see if I have any with other borders that I want to work on. I know that Spider Moon has border, but I don't know if I want to work on that border just yet. That's a lot of color changes, and I'd rather work on a border that didn't have a lot of color change. So I'll have to see where I am at that point. But I do want to look and see if there's any that need just a simple border to get that done. I'm also going to be looking through and pulling out stuff for Sampler September, because I would like to do that as well. I think that'll be fun. And I do have some samplers, and some I'm going to pretend are samplers, like Quakers. Quakers can be samplers too, I guess, because they have different motifs. That's my thought process here. So, I'll throw in spinning right now. I am working on 4 ounces of Diabolical's Soldier Field, and this is 100% mixed BFL. And I didn't do a lot of spinning after Wednesday or Thursday. And I have been putting it on Instagram, so I am Patty Sand 631 on Instagram if you'd like to follow me. But here's the first 2 ounces. So I've only got this little bit, and then the first 2 ounces will be spun up. So this one, the colors have longer runs than the other bobbin of color that I'm going to apply together. So it's going to be really interesting how that 4 ounces is going to turn out. And I'm hoping to get a good length, because I'd like to, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Probably a hat. But here's where I'm at on the spinning front. Knitting, I only knit on 2 projects this last week. And this is the shawl. I don't have my iPad, but you really aren't going to see too much difference. I just started the lace there. I don't know if you guys can even see that. It's the first 2 rows of the lace pattern. Okay, and then I worked on the sweater. And I have been knitting since 2007. So knitting takes a lot of practice and a lot of I don't know. A lot of love. So I did complete the last ball. So here is the next ball. There is 3 more left. I don't know where I'm at here. Let's see. Glasses so I can read my measurement here. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah. And I am at, just at 11 inches. And I know in the pattern it said at 11 inches to start doing the ribbing, but I don't think I want to do that just yet. I think I want to go, because that looks almost like a crop top to me, and I don't want this to be a crop top. I'm an old fat woman. I don't need it to be a crop top. So I think I'm going to go down a little bit longer. But here is where I'm at. And this is 70% cotton, 30% linen by Knit Picks Cotton. And it's really nice to knit with. It's not splitty. It's not hard on the hands. It does have some give. I can knit a lot on this and not have sore fingers or sore wrists. So I'm really happy with this cotton. So once I figure out I get it washed up, then I'll really know. I dropped it. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this is turning out. I think it's going to look really good once it gets washed up a couple of times. And that linen relaxes and the cotton does what the cotton's going to do. So I'm very happy, very happy. Am I going to buy more? No. I have plenty of yarn. I have plenty of floss. I have plenty of patterns. I don't need anything else. But I did go a little crazy this last week with purchases. So shall we get on with haul? All right, haul. First, I picked up this Halloween bag from, oops, I already had it unzipped, Dot Goose Designs. And it is so super cute. The ghosts glow in the dark. So I'm definitely going to be putting a Halloween project in here. And it came with a thread minder. So I guess you put your needles in here. You can put your loose thread here and it'll stay. And it just snaps. So yeah, I really am happy with this. This is so much fun. Okay. And then I decided I would try some acrylic thread drops. These are from Atom Heart. I got a bag of 100. I'm using one right now on Christmas house. It comes with stickers. So you can write the number, or you can write the number on here, and you can take and wipe it with rubbing alcohol, and I'll take it off. But here it is. This is the little heart. I saw somebody using these hearts, so I was really happy to find the Etsy shop. She is closed until the 13th. Yeah, so she's closed until the 13th. So I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I might see how these work. And I really am very impressed with them. As you see, I didn't use any when I was doing the wall. I had so many paper ones that I had made that I bought from 1-2-3 Stitch that I have enough to do that. And I have enough to do one of the projects that are in there. I'm putting those on the paper bobbins as well, or paper drops as well. But yeah, I'll let you guys know what I think of these in the future. Okay, I got my fabric of the month from Garon Stitchery, and this is Atomic Ranch fabric. This is Prairie Land and 32 count. I really like this. Look at that. Nice browns, and it looks like it's, you know, it's browns and grays, and it's just really pretty. So I'm not quite sure, but I could see a cool Christmas, or not Christmas, a cool Halloween project on this. It'd be really fun. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to put it back in its bag so it doesn't get lost. And then I was watching someone on, I don't remember who it was, and I do apologize, about Witchy Stitcher. And I've really liked some of her patterns. She's got some freebies that are really nice, and she's got some really great patterns. So I really liked the Stephen King house, because I am a big Stephen King fan. I read a lot of his books when I was a kid. Story time. I was reading The Shining as a teenager, sitting in a beanbag when beanbags were cool. And the late, I think it was 80s. And my mother had told me it was time to go to sleep because I needed to get up to go to school the next day. And I am at the point where, if you have never read The Shining, this is going to be a spoiler, and I'm sorry. The boy walks into the room where the dead body is at, and she was coming up out of the tub to talk to the boy and scare the boy. She turned the light on. She opened the door very slowly, and I was so engrossed in the books, I didn't even know she had done it. And she flipped off the light. I screamed bloody murder. It was not funny, but now it is very funny. But it was not then. So I have always enjoyed Stephen King. And she definitely freaked me out. So here is this one. And oh, all her patterns are PDFs. So. And then I've also really liked the look of the vintage Halloween carousel. And I'm thinking about getting glow in the dark for the horses skeletons. I think that would be super cool. And it looks like those are all, I have to see what color the horses are, because that almost looks orangey. So I don't know. I looked at 123 Stitch about all of the different colors they had in glow in the dark. So when I get to this one, I'll have to do that again. But yeah, that was bad. And then I did order another one, and it's gotten lost in transit. So hopefully it will show up, because I'm going to be doing a sal with the Sunshine Stitchers. And they are doing the one dozen, shoot, I forgot what it was. It's one dozen motifs from Rosewood Manor. And I ordered it directly from Rosewood Manor, and it did ship. It's just stuck. So hopefully it will show up, because they're going to be starting that in December. So I have plenty of time, if it doesn't come, that I can ask her to send me another one. Hopefully she will if it never shows up. Yeah. So, yeah. It's 1 dozen, and it's a Baker's Dozen Sal. So I thought that was so much fun, and it looks really cool. And I do like Quakers with their motifs, so I'm really looking forward to that one. Yeah. So looking around, I really don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. And it's almost 25 minutes. Wow. I was Gabby today. So I hope that you all are staying safe, happy, and healthy. And I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I will see you next time. I did want to say thank you so much for all of your wonderful comments. I really feel bad about not answering back, and I will try to make a better effort on commenting back to your comments. And if you're new here, I hope that you have enjoyed my stuff and that you will come back and check me out again. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back week after week. I really do appreciate it. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye.